Alright guys, so now we're gonna create together two data sources because we have two data sets, the big one and the small one. And during that, I want to show you how I usually make decisions on when to use which methods. So let's go. Okay guys, so now let's close everything and start from the scratch in order to get the data source correctly created. So let's start Tableau public. We're gonna create now the small data source on top of our small data set. So let's go to the connectors on the left side and click on text file. And then it doesn't matter which one you're gonna use. Let's take the orders, open. I will delete it anyway in order to explain how I start. So previously I showed you the data model of our datasets. We have a star schema where we have facts and dimensions. I always start with the fact table. Doesn't matter whether you are using star schema or snowflake, always start with the fact table. So our fact table is orders. So let's just drag and drop it here on the logical layer. And then I continue with the dimensions. So we have customers and products. So let's start with the customers, just drag and drop somewhere over here. And Tableau gonna create a relationship between the orders and customers. And since we are talking about two different entities, so we have orders and customers, I always use relationships between them. And now let's check the relationships whether everything is correct. So we go over here on the metadata, we see the customer ID from left, the customer ID from right, which is correct. And now let's go to the performance options. I will change only the cardinality. If the quality of our data is bad and we haven't done any data profiling, then the best is to leave it as default. So many to many, some record matches on the left and on the right. But in the datasets, we already checked that, so we have clean star schema, and always on the fact side, on the left side over here, it's gonna stay as many. And all the dimensions on the right side, like customers, it's gonna be 1, because we have usually, for example, unique customers or unique products. So I will go and change that on the right side as 1, because it is dimension side, and on the fact side it's gonna stay as many. I will not touch those integrity stuff, so we're gonna leave it as it is. And that's it. We have now the customers and the orders connected to each other. Let's go to the next dimension. We have the products. So all what we're gonna do is just drag and drop and then release it. Tableau gonna create another relationship between them. Let's check that again. So click on that, go to the metadata, scroll up. So Tableau did automatically find the key for the relationship. It is the product ID, which is correct. And now the same thing, we're gonna go to the performance options. On the left side, on the fact side, it's gonna stay as many. And on the right side, it's gonna be 1. So on the right side, we have the dimension, it's gonna be 1. You can check that easily if you click on the products. And here, check the data, you can see the product ID is a unique field. There is no duplicate inside it, and we can go and use 1. If you are not sure, just leave it as many to many relationship. So let's go again to the relationship. We have it many to 1, and I'm gonna leave it here as some records matches, no problem. And now let's go to the other tables. We have here the customers details. And here we have two options. Either we're gonna use relationships or joins. So you can go over here and just drag and drop, put it near the customers as a relationship. But to be honest, in data modeling, if I have two objects about the same entity, so here we have customers and here another informations about the customers, I tend to merge those two tables in one. This is different than talking about the orders and customers. They are completely different entities. And usually in data warehouses, I prepare this step in the database. Or we can stay on Tableau and merge those two tables into one. And we can do that using joins. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna remove the customers details away. And then we're gonna go to the physical layer inside the customers. And then we're gonna take the customers details and drop it over here. And Tableau as default gonna leave it as inner join, but to be honest, the customers table is for me the main table about the customers, and customer details is like secondary table. So in order to not lose anything from the left side, I'm gonna change the type of join to left join. So let's do that. I'm gonna click on the icon and then select left join. Then we can check the results. Well, the main thing that we don't get duplicates or we don't lose any customers. So as you can see the output, we have our 5 customers, there is no duplicates and we didn't lose anything. So let's go back to the logical layer. I'm just gonna close this. So as you can see, we have list tables and we have one entity called customers. We don't have a lot of tables. And I usually do that if we have a lot of tables about the same topic. And now let's go to the next table. We have the order archive. And here we have the same situation. We have 2 tables describing the same entity, the orders. But of course we can connect it as relationships to the orders. But again, I like to minimize the number of tables that I'm dealing with, and I'm gonna go and merge those two tables together. And so here we have again two options, unions or joins. If the tables has exactly the same number of columns and the same data types, then we can use union. In order to do that, we have to do data profiling. So either you open the CSV files and compare them together, or we can go over here. There is like small icon like a table, and if you click on it, Tableau gonna show you a symbol of data in order to do data profiling and to understand the content of this table. So let's just make it bigger. So we have the order date, shipping date, customer ID, product ID, and as well the unit price and so on. And we can compare it to the orders over here. And let's just make it bigger. And we can find exactly the same number of fields, the same content, the same data types. So that means we can go and do union between them. So in order to do that, I'm just gonna close this and go to the physical layer inside the orders. I like to drag and drop just beneath it over here. And now you can see we have a union. Let's check that on the right side in the table name. So we have orders and we have orders archive. So with that, we combined both of the tables in one logical table. So let's close this. And as you can see, we have the icon that there is inside it a union. And with that, we have only 3 tables instead of having 5 tables. It is just easier at the visualizations to deal with 3 tables instead of 5 tables. And the data model is much easier to understand and to explain. And with that, we have connected all the CSV files together, but we still have one file, the JSON file, product prices. Sadly, we cannot connect it with the others in the same data source because it is different file type. But we still can connect it to them if we create a second data source and use data blending. And now that's it. We have our fact table and the dimension. We're gonna give it a name. So I'm gonna call it small data source. And now you can pause the video and go and create the big data source. And if we are done, I'm gonna go and create the big data source. So I'm gonna go over here, new data source. I'm gonna click on the text file. Then I will just go back to the big one. Here we have only the 3. So we start with the orders. Always we start with the fact table, and then we take the dimensions. Let's take the customers. Customers, I already checked all those IDs. They are unique, so I can go to the relationships over here and change it to 1 on the right side, and on the fact side it's gonna stay as many. The same we're gonna do for the products, drag and drop. And all the IDs of the products are unique, so we can go to the performance option just to make sure we select the relationship and select 1. So that's it. So I'm just gonna call it big data source. So now in order not to lose those data sources, in Tableau Public, we have to publish to our public account. So I will go and do that. We're gonna go to the sheet over here, and let's just take something like the customers, drag and drop on the rows. And that's it. I will just go over here and publish it. Save to Tableau Public. And I have to sign in. I'm gonna call it data sources, then save. And now it starts publishing to our profile. So that's it. If you want to download the file, you can go over here and download Tableau Workbook. Alright guys, so with that we have created 2 data sources on top of our datasets, and we're gonna use them in the whole tutorial. Alright guys, so with that you have learned everything about the Tableau data modeling in data sources and how to combine tables using the 4 methods. And in the next section we will start talking about the metadata in Tableau. We will learn there many important Tableau concepts for data visualizations. And if you like my content and you want to support the channel, then I really appreciate it if you support, like and comment. This is really gonna help the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.